thank you all for coming. I grew up in Houston and went to Cooper Union for art school in New York City and then came back to Houston, and I've been showing here for the past 30 years probably. But this body of work is sort of a continuation of something I started maybe about 7 years ago. My beloved daughter, who's with us here tonight, so I won't say too much to embarrass her, but she was going through a difficult time during adolescence, and so, you know, the parent of a teenager feels kind of helpless to do anything to help their teenage child. So I started painting these shield-shaped paintings as sort of talismanic protective devices to protect her during this time of difficulty. And those went on for a couple of years. But then more recently, the shields have become kind of more like star-shaped, sort of exploding outward. Instead of the shields were kind of more insular and protective. These are more offensively directed. And so I think of them still as protective devices. They have a lot of eyes in them, which like ever-watchful eyes. And a number of years ago, I got a couple of books that were about Ethiopian magic scrolls, and they are pieces of artwork that you can commission from an artist to help a loved one who's in a time of turmoil, whether they be ill or possessed by a demon or something like that. You get this artwork and then you pray over the artwork with your loved one, and it can help to heal them. And these scrolls frequently feature a lot of eyes and a lot of busy patterns, which are supposed to confuse the demons and scare them away. So that's sort of been an inspiration, as are lots of textiles and quilts especially. These are kind of quilt-like in some ways. And I also really love like visionary artwork and lots of like Islamic miniatures and tile work and things that are very decorative and frequently feature symmetry, because my work is not always exactly symmetrical, but it's frequently pretty symmetrical, and I kind of like to play games when I'm doing the drawings to sort of like knock things off balance and then like try to find the balance again. And so and I like to experiment with the different color combinations, and playing with color is one of the things I really enjoy, because I find that the colors can be very uplifting during times of trouble, and so that's something I've always been interested in too. Some artists tend to work in spurts, or they'll work on like a project and they kind of don't work all the time, but I've always been an all the time working person. And like the show I had at Lawndale with Dennis in 2008 was called 3 months and 90 days. And so I did 90 little postcard sized 4x6 inch paintings that I had to complete one painting every day for 90 days with like no breaks. And I even did them on vacation when we were in California. And then I did 3 monthly paintings that were very big, like 40 by 70, and I got to spend a month on those. So it was kind of examining the difference in like the time scale. And so I've always had to have a day job, as many artists do. So I've always worked during the day, come home, you know, dealt with kid, family life, dinner and all that, and have very disciplined art practice where I paint from about 7 to 10 almost every day. I'm a little more of a slacker than I used to be, but I pretty consistently paint all the time, because that's, you know, kind of my time to do what I really like. And part of the idea between these is the idea that I date them with the day that I start the painting. And so to me it's kind of like a performative action. Their paintings are very meditative. I sit and I do them on a table at night in my studio by myself, and it's a nice quiet time of the night. But to me it's kind of about like generating creative energy, which can be protective of loved ones, and also like kind of helps to protect my sanity, because this is what I really enjoy doing. So to me it's kind of like, you know, the date I start the piece is meaningful to me, because that's kind of like the initiation of that protection, and I know I'm going to finish it. I don't do any like sketches or experimentation at all. Like I'm not a sketchbook person. I don't draw anything out. I draw the composition out in pencil on this paper, and then I paint it. And you know, it's very, very rare that I don't like it. I pretty much like work on it until I like it. And so by working constantly on these, I'm trying to keep sort of a constant flow of this creative protective energy like going out into the world. So
that was Catherine Colangelo talking about her latest exhibition, Throwing Stars, on view at the Galveston Art Center from November 18, 2023 to February 25, 2024. You can learn more about this exhibition and the Galveston Art Center at galvestonartcenter.org.